The 1987 D Mint Mark I dime, struck at the Denver Mint, holds a significant place in the history of modern U.S. coinage, representing both the legacy of the Roosevelt dime series and the subtle intricacies that can elevate a seemingly common coin into a valuable collector's treasure. Issued as part of the ongoing Roosevelt Dime program, which began in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 1987 D-Dime continues the tradition of depicting Roosevelt's left-facing profile. On the obverse, sculptor John R. Sinek's design features Roosevelt's dignified portrait, accompanied by the inscriptions, "Liberty," the national motto, "In God We Trust," the date 1987, and the small yet distinct D Mint mark positioned just above the date, identifying it as a Denver Mint production. The reverse design, also by Sinek, showcases a torch symbolizing liberty, flanked by an olive branch for peace on the left and an oak branch for strength and independence on the right. Encircling this arrangement are the inscriptions, "United," "States of America," and "One Dime," with the Latin phrase "e pluribus unum" placed prominently. Weighing 2.27 grams and composed of a copper core clad with cupronickel, the coin measures 1791 millimeters in diameter, reflecting the standard specifications of post-1965 dimes after the removal of silver from circulation coinage. Although hundreds of millions of 1987 D dimes were produced for general circulation, most have seen heavy use over the decades, resulting in significant wear that diminishes their collectible value. What sets certain examples apart, however, is the combination of pristine condition, scarcity in high grades, and the presence of potential minting errors that intrigue numismatists. Well-preserved specimens that remain in mint state, MS condition, particularly those graded MS-66 or higher by respected grading services such as NGC or PCGS, are notably scarce and can fetch premium prices in the collector market. The current market value for an exceptional quality 1987 D dime can reach up to $900, a figure that may seem surprising to those who overlook the potential value of modern coinage. Several factors contribute to this elevated worth: rarity in high grades, strong collector demand for complete Roosevelt dime sets, and the influence of registry set competition among collectors aiming for the finest possible examples. Additionally, certain error varieties, such as off-center strikes, double dies, or misaligned dies, can substantially increase the value beyond standard price guides. Historical context also plays a role in the coin's desirability. By 1987, the U.S. Mint had firmly transitioned into the clad coinage era, but collector interest in dimes remained steady due to the series' longevity and the enduring respect for Roosevelt's legacy. The Denver Mint's production quality was generally high, making significant errors rare and thus even more valuable when they occur. Collectors seeking to add a top-grade 1987 D dime to their portfolios understand that finding an example with sharp strike details, brilliant luster, and minimal contact marks is no easy task. For this reason, uncirculated rolls and mint sets from 1987 have become popular hunting grounds for enthusiasts hoping to discover hidden gems. Proper preservation plays a crucial role in maintaining and enhancing the value of these coins. Dimes, stored in protective holders, away from moisture, air pollutants, and physical contact, are far more likely to retain their original brilliance and sharpness. Coins with full torch details on the reverse, indicating a strong strike, are especially prized among Roosevelt dime specialists. As the numismatic community increasingly turns its attention to modern-era coins, values for high-grade clad dimes have shown upward trends, supported by online auction records and private sales. A well-documented example of a 1987 D dime in superb condition selling for hundreds of dollars serves as a reminder that even pocket change can hold unexpected wealth. For investors, such coins offer a unique niche. They are affordable entry points compared to rare 19th century issues, but still carry strong appreciation potential when quality and scarcity align. For casual collectors, Finding a valuable 1987. D-dime can be both a thrilling discovery and an educational experience in understanding the complex factors that determine coin value. The combination of historical design significance, production characteristics, rarity and top condition, and growing market recognition ensures that the 1987 D Mint Mark I dime will continue to hold a special place in U.S. numismatics. With a current market value reaching as high as $900 for premium specimens, it exemplifies how attention to detail and knowledge of the coin's attributes can turn an overlooked modern dime into a notable numismatic prize. Ultimately, the story of the 1987 D dime is a testament to the enduring fascination of coin collecting, where history, art, and market dynamics intersect, and where even the smallest denomination can tell a story worth preserving. Next up, the 1982 P Mint Mark I dime is a fascinating coin in the world of numismatics, not just for its small face value, but for the rich history and collector interest it carries today. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, this coin bears the iconic P Mint mark, a detail that was not always present on Philadelphia coins before 1980. The obverse of the coin features the well-known portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, designed by John R. Sinek, with the inscriptions "Liberty, in God We Trust," and the date 1982. The reverse design showcases a torch in the center, symbolizing liberty, flanked by an olive branch representing peace, and an oak branch symbolizing strength and independence, along with the inscriptions "United States of America," "E pluribus unum," and "1 dime." The coin is made from a copper-nickel-clad composition, specifically 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel, weighing 2.27 grams with a diameter of 17.91 mm and a reeded edge. While the dime's face value is just 10 cents, the 1982 P dime can command a market value of up to $600 today, particularly in uncirculated and high-grade conditions certified by respected grading services like PCGS or NGC. Several factors contribute to this elevated value, including rarity in pristine condition, minting quality, historical context, and collector demand. The year 1982 is significant because the U.S. Mint was undergoing various production adjustments, and certain dimes from this year, especially those with strong strikes, full details, and minimal contact marks, are much harder to find in perfect condition. Coins that have retained their original luster without any signs of wear are considered highly collectible. Errors and varieties from the 1982 Philadelphia Mint can further increase the value, such as misaligned dies, double die obverse or reverse, or off-center strikes. Even minor errors, when certified, can push auction prices far beyond the base collector value. Historically, the Roosevelt Dime series has been a favorite among collectors because of its connection to FDR's legacy and the March of Dimes campaign against polio. The 1982 P dime is also part of an era before widespread coin roll hunting became popular, which means fewer pristine examples were saved at the time, contributing to its scarcity today. Additionally, coins from the early 1980s were often heavily circulated, making well-preserved examples even more desirable. In the coin market, value is heavily influenced by condition, rarity, and demand. A circulated 1982 P dime may only be worth its face value, but an uncirculated or proof-like example can fetch hundreds of dollars. High-grade examples in MS-67 or MS-68 can be extremely rare, and when one appears at auction, competitive bidding often drives the price up rapidly. For collectors, owning a coin like this is not just about its potential profit. It's about holding a piece of U.S. minting history, a coin that has survived over 4 decades without losing its mint state. Brilliance. When evaluating such a dime, it's essential to check for sharp details in Roosevelt's hair, clean fields free of scratches, and strong definition in the reverse's torch, olive, and oak branches. Collectors who specialize in modern U.S. coinage recognize that these condition-sensitive coins are among the toughest to find in top grade, which makes them a prized addition to any set. Furthermore, The Philadelphia Mint's use of the P Mint mark starting in 1980 marked a new chapter in modern coinage, making early 1980s Philadelphia coins historically notable. As with all collectible coins, authentication and grading are critical. Having the 1982 P dime certified by NGC or PCGS not only confirms its authenticity, but also provides a standardized grade that buyers trust, which can significantly enhance its market value. For those lucky enough to find one in high grade, whether in an old coin jar, inherited collection, or through diligent searching, this small piece of change could turn into a surprisingly valuable numismatic treasure. In conclusion, the 1982 P Mint Mark I dime, with its modest origins and rich historical context, proves that even the smallest coins can hold significant value in today's coin market, whether valued for its rarity, condition, or historical significance. It stands as a shining example of how everyday coins can become highly sought-after collectibles worth hundreds of dollars. For numismatists and casual collectors alike, keeping an eye out for coins like the 1982 P dime is a reminder that treasures often come in the smallest of packages. And in this case, a tiny 10-cent coin can be worth as much as $600 in the right condition, making it a true hidden gem in the world of modern U.S. coinage. Next up, the 1965 No Mint Mark I dime is more than just a small piece of American change. It is a fascinating relic of U.S. monetary history, valued today at around $700 in top condition due to its rarity, transitional features, and collector demand. The year 1965 marked a significant turning point for U.S. coinage, as the U.S. Mint officially stopped using silver in dimes, quarters, and half dollars. For decades prior, dimes were composed of 90% silver and 10% copper, but rising silver prices in the early 1960s made it unsustainable for the government to continue minting coins with precious metal content. As a result, the composition of the dime changed to a clad mixture of copper and nickel bonded together, with an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel over a pure copper core. This composition change made 1965 the first year of the modern, clad dime. Yet within this transitional period, certain minting anomalies, special strikes, and high-grade examples became incredibly valuable to collectors. The absence of a mint mark on the 1965 dime is significant. Philadelphia minted coins did not carry a mint mark at the time, but collectors carefully examined these coins for unique qualities, errors, and superior condition that push their value far above face value. The obverse of the 1965 dime features the left-facing portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, designed by John R. Sinek, the U.S. Mint's chief engraver from 1925 to 1947. Sinek's initials J.S. appear at the truncation of Roosevelt's neck. Above the portrait is the inscription Liberty, with the motto, "In God We Trust," positioned to the left of Roosevelt's chin, and the year 1965 at the lower right. The reverse showcases a torch in the center, flanked by an olive branch on the left and an oak branch on the right, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. Surrounding the central design is the inscription, United States of America, along the top, and one dime at the bottom with a pluribus unum, out of many one, placed between the branches and the torch. While this design has remained unchanged for decades, the 1965 dime's historical position as the first clad issue makes it stand out in numismatic history. What drives the 1965 No Mint Mark dime's higher market value today is not simply its age, but its rarity in certain conditions. Most 1965 dimes entered circulation and suffered from wear, scratches, and loss of luster, making pristine examples difficult to find. Uncirculated coins, particularly those graded MS-67 or higher by professional grading services such as PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company, can command hundreds of dollars. Another key factor is the existence of rare transitional error coins. During the shift from silver to clad, some 1965 dimes were accidentally struck on leftover 1964 silver planchets. These 1965 silver dimes are highly sought after and can sell for thousands of dollars depending on grade and silver weight confirmation. Collectors also look for full torch details on the reverse, a feature known as full bands, FB, or full torch FT designation, where the horizontal lines on the torch's bands are fully visible and separated, indicating a sharp and high-quality strike. The coin's $700 market value in today's collector market reflects the premium for top-grade examples, as well as the demand from both Roosevelt dime specialists and error coin enthusiasts. For example, while a worn 1965 dime in circulated condition is worth only its face value, one in mint state with superb eye appeal, strong luster, no major contact marks, and crisp detail can bring in hundreds of dollars. Collectors prize such coins for registry sets, where they compete to assemble the highest graded examples of each date and mint mark. The 1965 issue is also historically significant because it came during the height of coin hoarding in the 1960s. Many Americans removed silver coins from circulation before the clad change took effect, and the Treasury had to discourage date mint mark collecting to prevent shortages. As a result, from 1965 through 1967, no U.S. coins carried mint marks, making it impossible to distinguish Philadelphia from Denver coins during this period, except by unique die characteristics and planchet errors. Another aspect that enhances the 1965 dime's appeal is its role in the broader Roosevelt dime series, which began in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt after his death in 1945. Roosevelt's image was chosen partly due to his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II, and partly because of his association with the March of Dimes, a fundraising campaign to fight polio. The dime denomination was a fitting tribute, and the series has now been in production for nearly 80 years. Collectors who specialize in the Roosevelt series appreciate the historical significance of 1965 as the dividing line between silver and clad issues. Owning a gem-quality 1965 dime is like holding a piece of that numismatic transition in your hand. When it comes to grading, authentication is critical for high-value coins. Professional grading by PCGS or NGC provides assurance of authenticity, identifies varieties and errors, and gives the coin a standardized grade that is recognized in the market. A 1965 dime-graded MS-67 or higher with full torch designation can easily reach $600 to $700 or more, especially if it displays attractive toning, natural coloration caused by oxidation over decades of storage. On the other hand, coins with even slight circulation wear will fall sharply in value. For error varieties such as those struck on silver planchets, off-center strikes, or double dies, auction prices can skyrocket, sometimes reaching into the thousands. From an investment perspective, the 1965 no mint mark dime represents a niche opportunity in numismatics. While common in circulated form, high-grade and rare error examples are scarce, and their value has been steadily increasing as more collectors enter the Roosevelt dime market. This is especially true in the modern coin era, where registry set competition has pushed prices higher for the finest known specimens. It's worth noting that coins like this are often found unexpectedly in old collections, bankrolls, or inherited coin jars. A reminder that valuable treasures can still be hiding in plain sight. In conclusion, the 1965 no mint mark 1 dime is a coin that blends historical importance, collectible appeal, and tangible market value. With a $700 value for top-grade pieces, it stands as a testament to a pivotal year in U.S. coinage history, the shift from silver to clad. Its design, rooted in national symbolism, has endured for decades, but its rarity in pristine condition and the allure of transitional errors make it a standout in the Roosevelt dime series. For collectors, it offers the thrill of owning a piece of American history and the potential for strong investment returns. Whether discovered in an old coin album or purchased at auction, the 1965 dime remains a small but powerful link to a Next up, the 1968 D Mint Mark I dime is a fascinating piece of U.S. coinage history, and while it might seem like just another small 10-cent coin at first glance, collectors know that certain examples from this year are far more valuable than their face value suggests. Struck at the Denver Mint and marked with a small D beneath the date on the obverse, these coins form part of the Roosevelt Dime series, a line of coins that began in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt. The 1968 D dime is made of a copper-nickel-clad composition consisting of an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. This metal composition was introduced in 1965 as the U.S. Mint moved away from silver coinage, making 1968 only the fourth year that dimes were struck without any silver content. From a design perspective, the obverse of the coin features John R. Sinek's portrait of President Roosevelt facing left, with the inscriptions, "Liberty, in God we trust," and the date 1968, accompanied by the D mint mark. The reverse features a torch flanked by an olive branch on the left, symbolizing peace, and an oak branch on the right, symbolizing strength and independence. The inscriptions, "United States of America," "E pluribus unum," and "One dime" surround the design. The historical significance of the 1968 D dime lies in its place during a transitional period in U.S. coinage history. The late 1960s saw massive production changes, with the U.S. Mint working to meet increasing demand for coins while also adapting to the new clad metal technology. Denver's production quality was generally high, but a number of error coins and high-grade examples have since become key collectibles in the numismatic market. The rarity and value of the 1968 D Mint Mark I dime depends heavily on its condition and whether it contains any mint errors. While circulated examples are common and worth face value, uncirculated and proof-like coins graded by NGC or PCGS can command significantly higher prices. Certain examples graded MS-67 or higher can sell for hundreds of dollars because they are nearly flawless, showing full luster and sharp strikes. The most valuable 1968 D dimes often feature strong strikes, full torch details, referred to as full bands or full torch designations, and pristine surfaces free from scratches or contact marks. Error coins from 1968 D are especially sought after. Notable examples include off-center strikes, double-die obverse or reverse varieties, broad strikes, and clipped planchets. These errors occurred during the minting process and can drastically increase a coin's value. A dramatic double die, for instance, can attract premium bids from collectors who seek unique, one-of-a-kind pieces. In today's numismatic market, a 1968 D Mint Mark dime in pristine, high-grade condition can have a market value of around $300, with exceptional or error examples going for even more at auction. This valuation is driven by collector demand, rarity of high-grade survivors, and the growing interest in modern clad coinage among serious collectors. While $300 may not sound like a fortune compared to the values of certain gold or silver coins, it represents a 3,000-fold increase over the coin's face value, a reminder that even modern coins can hold hidden treasures. One reason collectors are drawn to coins like the 1968 D dime is the challenge of finding top-grade examples. Many of these coins entered circulation immediately after minting and suffered from wear and tear, meaning uncirculated examples are comparatively scarce. Adding one to your collection in MS-67 or MS-68 condition is both an achievement and an investment, as these coins continue to appreciate in value over time. To preserve the value of a high-grade 1968 D dime, proper handling and storage are crucial. Collectors often store them in airtight holders or slabs, certified by grading services such as NGC or PCGS. Direct handling without gloves can lead to oils from the skin causing toning or tarnish, which can reduce value. The Roosevelt dime series, while often overlooked by casual collectors, is filled with fascinating date and mint mark combinations that can fetch impressive sums. The 1968 D dime is a perfect example of how a small, everyday coin can become a prized collectible when condition, rarity, and historical significance align. For many collectors, the joy lies not only in the coin's monetary value, but also in its connection to American history and the artistry of coin design. In summary, the 1968 D Mint Mark I dime may be small in size, but it carries a big presence in the world of numismatics. With a market value of up to $300 for pristine, high-grade examples and even more for rare error coins, it's a reminder that valuable treasures often come in the smallest packages. For coin enthusiasts, owning a high-grade 1968 D dime is both a badge of honor and a sound investment in the ever-evolving coin market. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a newcomer to the hobby, keep your eyes open. You never know when. You might find one of these hidden gems in your pocket change. Next up, the 1907. No Mint Mark I dime, part of the famed Barber dime series, is a truly fascinating piece of American numismatic history that continues to attract collectors due to its age, design, and scarcity in higher grades. Designed by Charles E. Barber, the chief engraver of the United States Mint from 1879 to 1917, this coin carries not only monetary value, but also a strong sense of historical identity from the early 20th century. Struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which explains the absence of a mint mark, the 1907 No Mint Mark dime belongs to the final stretch of the Barber dime production era, which spanned from 1892 to 1916. Its obverse features the iconic Liberty, head facing right, adorned with a Phrygian cap and a laurel wreath, symbolizing freedom and honor. Above Liberty's head, the word Liberty is inscribed, and around the coin's rim are the words United States of America, with the date 1907 positioned at the bottom. The reverse side is equally impressive, showcasing a simple yet elegant wreath of agricultural products, corn, wheat, oak, and maple leaves encircling the denomination one dime, reflecting America's agricultural backbone during the era. Weighing 2.5 grams and composed of 90% silver and 10% copper, the coin not only holds numismatic interest, but also has intrinsic bullion value, though its collector worth far exceeds the value of its metal content. In circulated grades, these coins are relatively accessible, but in higher conditions, such as mint state or proof-like examples, they become significantly rarer and far more desirable to seasoned collectors. Over the decades, many of these dimes were lost, melted for their silver content, or worn down in everyday commerce, which makes surviving examples in sharp condition a real treasure. The Philadelphia Mint produced millions of dimes in 1907, yet due to heavy circulation and the passage of time, finding one in pristine, uncirculated quality is a challenge that keeps demand high. Collectors value the 1907 No Mint Mark Barber dime, not only for its historical background, but also for its role in completing date and mint mark sets, as serious numismatists often seek all Barber dimes from 1892 through 1916. The craftsmanship of Charles Barber is often debated in the numismatic world. Some praise the coin's clean and dignified design, while others feel it lacked the artistic flair of its predecessors, but its historical significance is undeniable. Market trends in recent years have shown strong appreciation for coins like this, especially as silver coins from this era become harder to find in premium condition. Auction records reveal that uncirculated examples of the 1907 No Mint Mark dime can command impressive prices, and coins graded MS-65 or higher can achieve valuations that surprise even seasoned collectors. The current market value for a high-grade specimen can reach $1,100, a testament to its enduring desirability, with particularly eye-catching examples, those with sharp strikes, minimal bag marks, and attractive toning, fetching even more. For investors, the 1907 Barber dime represents a tangible link to America's economic history during a time of rapid industrialization, social change, and expansion. Holding one is like stepping back into the days when Theodore Roosevelt was president. Oklahoma had just become the 46th state, and the country was preparing to enter a new era of global influence. Collectors often note that owning such a coin provides both financial and historical rewards, as it's a piece of precious metal art that also tells the story of a growing nation. The Philadelphia Mint, being the oldest and most historically significant mint in the United States, adds further weight to this coin's appeal, and the lack of a mint mark gives it a clean, classic appearance that is instantly recognizable. To experienced numismatists, unlike many modern coins struck in the billions and stored in mint rolls, the 1907 no-mint mark dime has been through the hands of merchants, workers, and families over a century ago, participating in countless small transactions that shaped everyday life in early 20th century America. Whether it was buying a loaf of bread, paying for a newspaper, or being saved in a small jar as part of a family's emergency fund, each coin has lived a unique journey before finding its way into a collector's possession today. From a grading perspective, key details to examine include the sharpness of Liberty's hair, the clarity of the laurel leaves, and the completeness of the rim denticles. Weak strikes or excessive wear can reduce value, but coins with full detail and original luster can skyrocket in price, especially when certified by leading grading services such as NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company, or PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service. Such certifications not only provide assurance of authenticity, but also lock in the coin's grade, giving buyers and sellers confidence in their investment. As with many collectible coins, provenance and eye appeal play a critical role. Coins with colorful natural toning or an exceptional strike can generate bidding wars among passionate collectors. Over the years, the Barber dime series has been overshadowed by later designs like the Mercury dime and the Roosevelt dime, but for serious numismatists, the Barber remains a cornerstone of U.S. silver coinage. The 1907 issue in particular is sought after because it represents a time just before the sweeping design changes of the early 20th century brought new artistic flair to American coins. For those who appreciate history, beauty, and tangible value all in one, the 1907 no-mint mark Barber dime is an irresistible acquisition. Beyond its $100 market value in high grades, it serves as a piece of America's past preserved in silver, a relic that has survived the test of time against all odds. Its continued demand is proof that coins are more than just currency. They are miniature time capsules, holding within them the artistry, economy, and spirit of the age in which they were made. As the years go by, the availability of well-preserved 1907 no-mint mark dimes will only decrease, driving prices upward and making them even more elusive to future generations of collectors. Whether acquired as part of a complete Barber dime collection, as a standalone investment, or simply for the joy of owning a piece of early American coinage, this coin remains one of the most compelling choices for anyone serious about numismatics. Its combination of historical resonance, aesthetic charm, silver content, and solid market value ensures that it will continue to hold a prominent place in collections for decades to come, making it not only a wise investment, but also a cherished heirloom that can be passed down through the generations, carrying with it stories of America's growth, resilience, and craftsmanship.